Hello and welcome to the tutorial on mind maps. You will be using mind maps in Module 1 with your team for a team assignment. The learning objectives for the module are that you will demonstrate understanding of the major components of systems thinking by identifying the system components of a chosen problem in the healthcare system. You will also be able to identify the relationships among the major components of systems thinking using the identified problem, and you'll be able to prepare an innovative solution to resolve the identified problem in the healthcare system. So to begin, you will need to create an account for Mindmap. The link for mind maps can be found in Module 1 under your team assignment. To begin, we're going to start a new mind map, and you will do that by clicking on the plus sign at the top left of the screen. And you will state new mind map. I typically begin my mind maps by presetting all of the selections that you can do. And the way you would do that would be by right-clicking on the screen and customizing the map theme. You'll see that this is on main topic right now, and you can choose your font size, which right now it's on the largest setting. You can bold it or italicize it. You can change the color of the text, so let's make it black. You can choose your font, and we'll choose crimson text for this mind map. As well as you can change your background color by sliding these two little arrows up and down, and then coming over here to this square and clicking on an area that you would prefer the color to be. You can also choose a border color, and in this case I'm going to choose black. And you can also choose the style. So for this one, we'll round the corners. The width of the border can be chosen right here, and we're going to leave it where it's at. You'll also see right here it says subtopic. So this would be a child bubble, and the main topic would be a parent bubble. So we're going to choose the setting of the subtopic or child bubble. And for ease of reading, you typically want to use the larger text size, and we're going to leave it bolded. And we're going to change it again to crimson text for continuity. And let's choose a background color for this one. Let's do pink. And we'll choose the border color again to be black to have it stand out, as well as changing the corners. You'll see here this is for topic. And we'll change these again. Doing the same thing that we did before. And we're going to say OK. So now you see that the center bubble is been predetermined by us changing those settings. And I'm going to go back into those settings and show you how to choose background and lines. Let's choose a light gray for the background color, and for your lines, let's choose a bright color so people can see it better. And again, you saw that I clicked in the box here and chose a different color setting. And the lines, we're going to choose rounded organic and say OK. So once you left click in that center bubble, you can change what is stated in there. And we're going to change it to systems thinking. And then if you use your tab button, you're going to see that you have a new bubble pop up. And then if you tab again, you can type in this one. And then if you tab again, it builds it out further. If you want to move this, you start from the parent bubble of that section to move it, or else you're going to pull off a new line set and break it up. So we're going to put this back here. Just have to hover over that bubble. And we're going to go back to our center bubble and we're going to tab again. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to tab for a new bubble and tab again for a new bubble. Now that we have a couple of different sections, I'm going to show you how to use videos, notes, links, and pictures that you can add into these bubbles. First, you will need to click on the bubble that you're adding either a link or video or picture to. And for this example, we're going to start with the center bubble, and we're going to click on videos, and we're going to go to browse videos. And you have a choice. You can search within YouTube, Vimeo, or Dailymotion, or you can click on the URL, and I already have a video link. So we're going to insert it there, and it came up with the video. So we're going to use this selected video. Click on Use Selected Video, and it's going to appear in your box that you chose. So I'm going to move these out a little bit so we can see them a little better. And for this one, we're going to add, for flows, we're going to add a picture. And we're going to go to Add Image. And we're going to use a web image. So you select the picture you would like, and then it's highlighted blue, and you will say Use Selected Image. And we're going to zoom out a little bit here, and you can move your map around by left-clicking and holding it. For the next example, we're going to add a link. And it's going to be for a file. And I'm going to add a reference page. And then you left click on that, and you drag it over and drop it, and it will then be attached to that bubble. The next example I'm going to show you is for a note section, so I'm going to left click on example again, and I'm going to click the note section, and if you open advanced, you're going to see that you have an option to choose your font size, whether it's bolded or italicized. You can do bullet points. So we'll type out a few different examples. And then you can click OK. And you will see that if we zoom in here a little bit, you will see there is a note section, and you can click on that. It will also show up over here. The other feature I wanted to show you is that in each of these bubbles, we can individually change font size, color of the background, and the text. So let's do this one for definitions. Let's left click on it, and we're going to change our font size. We're going to take off bold by pressing B, and let's change the color to gray for the background, and you'll see that background is selected here. If you want to change the text background, click on text, and let's make it white. And the last section we're going to review today is how to develop relationships. First, you will want to left click on the bubble you want the relationship to start from, and we're going to click the large bubble for systems thinking. Then you'll come up here to this little arrow with the two dots underneath it, and you're going to left click on that, and you will see that I have an arrow now. And I want this arrow to point towards flows. So I'm going to point it towards flows, and then I'm going to left click on it. And that will stop the arrow where it's at. These two little white dots here can stretch your arrow up or down or sideways. When you've decided that your placement is correct for your arrow, you're just going to left click somewhere on your screen that's empty. And this is a good example of how to undo something. Up here is the undo button. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to label our arrow. And there's a little white dot right here with a little pen, and if you hover over it, you can left click on it and you can change the color of the arrow. If you click on it again, you can add a label, and you can type in what you would like that label to be. And the last thing I'm going to show you is how to share your mind map with your peers and with myself. You're going to go to the share button on the bottom left, and you're going to invite people. You can type their emails in here. And when you click invite, they will get a message in their email box that gives them the link for your mind map. The other way you can share your link is by copying the link. So you develop that by clicking on link to share, and then you copy the link. And this is what you will use to submit your assignment in the assignment box, and only one person will need to submit the link. You now have the basic skills to develop your mind map for your team assignment. I look forward to seeing your creativity in your mind maps. Please reach out if you have any questions regarding mind maps, and there will also be some additional links within your assignment that you can use to access some additional resources on using mind maps. Thank you for listening.